What does lamellar ichthyosis do to a child's skin? Here's an example. This is a healthy baby with healthy skin, and this is a child with lamellar ichthyosis. Lamellar ichthyosis is a skin condition caused by a mutation in the TGM1 gene. Symptoms start at birth when children are born covered in a clear membrane called the collodion. The membrane can cause two conditions called ectropion and eclabium. If you look closely here, you can see that this child's eyes are red and that he has no visible corneas. This is because of ectropion, where the skin behind the eyelids pulls the eyelids back and turns them inside out. Eclabium is a similar condition that happens to the lips, and in newborn children it can cause difficulties with nursing. Children with lamellar ichthyosis are also vulnerable to skin infections and may suffer from dehydration, pneumonia, and body temperature instability. But luckily for this kid, the membrane should start to peel off after the first few weeks of his life. If you look closely, you can see that it's already beginning to peel off. But unluckily for this kid, other symptoms of lamellar ichthyosis will last a lifetime. Even without the membrane, people with lamellar ichthyosis usually have thick, scaly skin, separated by fissures. They're prone to hair loss, heat intolerance, a decreased ability to sweat, and may be especially vulnerable to skin infections. And even after the membrane is shed, they might still have ectropion, which could damage their corneas and permanently affect their vision. So what can you do about So if you have a family history of ichthyosis, you might want to get gene testing done to see if the disease will affect your children. The mutation in the TGM1 gene is autosomal recessive, so your children can only be affected. Your children are only at risk if you and your spouse are both carrying the gene. Remember though, since it's a recessive gene, if someone in your family does have lamellar ichthyosis, most doctors recommend skin barrier repair. Most doctors recommend skin barrier repair formulas or moisturizers, which should hydrate the skin and make it more pliable. In severe cases, a doctor might prescribe oral retinoids, but since retinoids can damage the bones, this generally isn't considered safe for more mild cases. If you have ectropion, most doctors recommend plastic surgery to get rid of it. Remember, constant ectropion can damage your eyes and impair your vision. But in general, the best thing to do if you or your child has lamellar ichthyosis is to take care of your skin and your body. Young children with lamellar ichthyosis should be kept in a humid environment, which will allow the membrane to peel away slowly, and they should always be monitored closely for complications. Older children and adults should moisturize their skin regularly and should avoid hot or dry environments. And finally, make sure that you or your child can learn about their skin condition and learn to accept it as part of who they are. To learn more about lamellar ichthyosis, you can go to rarediseases.org or learn about the First Skin Foundation at www.firstskinfoundation.org. Thank you.